Wondering what subject lines to use in your emails to get customers to open them? Stay tuned, we are diving in and I'm giving you lots of great ideas. Happy Wednesday, business owners. I am your host, Rebecca Bertoldi, and you are watching the Small Business Marketing Q&A show. Thank you so much for being here. This week, our question comes from Cece Kelly of Cece Kelly Accessories, and she's asking what subject lines are getting opened by consumers. Obviously, we all want our emails to be read, to be seen, and to be used for action. So let's talk about some of the stats first. So Cece, since you are a retail business, I'm going to be giving all of my information for this episode specifically for retail, so for you. And first I want to mention that retail kind of doesn't have the best open rates to begin with compared to other industries. So let's keep in mind that the average open rate for retail is 13.9%. And studies show that these emails are opened the most on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. However, it also shows that the click-through rate, meaning someone took action within the email and clicked to wherever you wanted them to go, the click-through rate is higher on Sundays and Thursdays. So maybe test those days out. See if your audience is kind of the same as the average. So of course I reached out to the people in my groups and I wanted to see what their input was for subject lines. And the biggest one that came back was if there's free in the subject line, it gets opened. So that's kind of obvious, right? So I wanted to dig a little deeper. And here are some of the tips that I've come up with. So let me start by saying there are a lot of different types of emails that we can be sending out. And I focused on just a few here, but there are so many more. And you can definitely experiment with whichever types that you'd like. So let's talk about emails with urgency. We want people to feel like they're going to miss out. We want them to have that little bit of anxiety inside that's like, oh, if I don't do this today, I'm not going to get the deal. So we want them to feel like if they don't act now, they will never get this deal again. So maybe that's something like, the annual summer sale ends today, or something like your free gift disappears at midnight. Something like that to get people kind of, whew, okay, I'm going. Next, we want to try piquing their curiosity. So we're curious beings, we're human, maybe some of us more than the rest. But you could try subject lines like, here are the socks that everybody's wearing, or check out the first recorded person history, or can you guess which U.S. state buys the most scarves? These are some that I would open up. I mean, we all know I'm a data nerd, but I think that would also spark somebody else's intrigue, right? Next, we can try to add some humor. Cece, you have a great sense of humor. You've got this one in the bag, but just in case, I'll give you a few more examples. So how about something like the devil may wear Prada, but you can too. Use this if you eat too much turkey. Cece has a lot of ways for us to cover up what we don't love about ourselves. Cute and affordable does exist. All great, options for you to test out. The main thing is that you want to test these with your audience. Find the sentiment within the subject line that works best for your audience. Additionally, if you can personalize your emails, that can go a long way. So having their name in the subject line, the preview line, and definitely in the email is a great thing. They don't have to be in all three, but try to get it in the subject line or preview line and then again inside. You also want to use emojis when you can, if they fit well. If you think about when you're looking at a block of email subject lines, like say you're looking at your Google page or you're on your phone, it's going to be kind of gray. So those emojis really stand out, especially when there's color and it stands out a lot. Also, try to avoid over punctuation. So I see people that are including like 7 exclamation points in their email subject lines. No. There is a thing, I think subconsciously, I read a study recently, subconsciously people will automatically tune stuff like that out. And those things change all the time because all this technology stuff is while it's been around for a couple decades now, we're still learning and we're still adapting. And the more ads that we're served every day, the more we're going to tune things out. So it will change all the time. And it's also important to note that subject lines are not the only things that affect your open rates. It does have a big impact. However, if your email is not actually getting to the person, your subject line will not matter. So make sure that you're sending your emails from the same person every time. CC, that would be you. You want to make sure that you're cleaning your list out. If you see that someone hasn't opened their emails in 6 months, you can unsubscribe them. If they want your information, they'll come back. But you don't want the spam filters to, get a red flag from you that you're sending out all these emails and nobody's opening them. That will definitely impact your deliverability. It may put you into somebody else's spam folder. And how often do you check your spam folder? I don't even check my spam folder that often. So make sure that you're doing everything you can to get your emails delivered. You also want to make sure that you're not sending emails too frequently, because that can be a huge turnoff. I had a past client that would send out emails like twice a week, which that in itself, my personal preference, that's too much. I can't even tell you how many emails I have coming in. To get 2 a week from somebody is a lot for me to digest. But then he would send an email every day before an event for like a week. And it's like, no. Not in my email system. That's an automatic unsubscribe for me. And I've even had it where I've unsubscribed from people like that, and then they don't actually do it. Another example is I had signed up for another marketer's information, and I got 7 emails in one day from him. I wrote them back with a screenshot of all 7, and I was like, this is not acceptable. Remove me, and they wouldn't remove me. Like, I don't know if it fell on deaf ears, nobody was checking it. Make sure that everybody has a way to unsubscribe and that it automatically does it for you so that you don't have to manually do that. Okay, so the last tip I have for you is make sure that your emails look and perform very well on mobile. This is huge. If people can't load your email on mobile because the images are too big or whatever, they are not going to read your email. So make sure anything that you do looks and performs really good on mobile. Okay, so now that we get people to open our emails, I have one more tip for once they actually get inside the email. We want to make sure there's not too many calls to action, because that can confuse people. It's like, oh, should I do this or should I do this? 1 or 2. Define what you want them to do ahead of time and make sure that everything points to that one action. Well, Cece, I hope you enjoyed learning about emails today. I enjoy teaching everyone. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Next week, we're actually taking a break. We're going to take off from the Labor Day holiday, but I'll see you 2 weeks from today, and we will be answering the question, how can I easily look at the results of my marketing? So I hope you stay tuned, and I hope you have a fabulous holiday for yourself. Have a fabulous week, and I will see you all then. Bye-bye.